So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny.
Hot, hot, hot. Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Chris. Chris.
Good morning.
Good morning, sunshine.
What better way to start my week than talking to my friend LaTangela?
You know, I was thinking the same thing about you. I was like, Monday, wherefore art thou? I need my Chris.
How was your Easter?
It was good. It was nice. It was quiet. I harassed my mama until she got tired of me, you know? How about yours?
Nice. It was great. We had a bunch of friends from church come over and barbecued and had way too much food. It was ridiculous.
I love it. And you know, that's what the holidays are all about. And now that we're having this big spring break, everybody's trying to find some time to unwind and to plug in and tap in. So, of course, I needed to get you in the hot seat and on the tan line. I've got questions I needed. We're trying our best to update our binge list. And on behalf of Redbox and Crackle and Chicken Soup for the Soul, I know that you can help us out with that.
150%. So, you know, we've got Easter in the bag. Spring is in full swing. It is officially sprung. And so we've got some great spring titles for you on Chicken Soup for the Soul. Some amazing titles. So, you know, we always talk about original content, that's one of the things that separates our brands from a lot of the other brands in the free streaming world, is that we do create a lot of content that you can only watch on our streaming platforms. And Chicken Soup for the Soul is definitely in that camp. And we've got some great originals this month. One of my absolute favorites is a series. This is a series from the BBC called Prue's Great Garden Plot. And it is hosted by Prue Leith, who you might remember from the Great British Baking Show. She's the cute little old lady from that series, and she's beloved in baking circles, and she is a master baker. But what you'll find on this series is not only is she a master baker, but she is an unbelievable public speaker. She is an amazing gardener, and so what she is doing is she's actually, her and her new husband John Playfair, so she just got married a few years ago. They have bought this new, or they built from the ground up this new house, and they've decided that they are going to build a classic English garden in the backyard. And this is no small feat. I mean, this thing is like several acres. It's gigantic.
So it's enough to keep them entertained, but it also allows us to see the time that they spend and some of the things that they talk about while they're doing it, and even the challenges of making it happen.
Exactly. And they are, when I tell you that they are the sweetest couple you've ever seen in your life, they could not be sweeter if they were made of pie. They are adorable. It is going to warm your heart, but you also can pick up a lot of great gardening tips, because she truly is a master gardener. And if you're like me and you're constantly struggling with the Jurassic Park that is your backyard, you really appreciate the wisdom that she passes along. But it's a great series. I highly recommend it.
Look, there is no green thumb around here. I've tried it. The cactus is on its last leg. Do you hear me? last leg. My grandmother, she was amazing at that. I mean, she could take a leaf and just turn it into a tree. I'm like, how? But you know, you talk about her being an excellent gardener. Is she going to give up some of these recipes too? That's what we know.
Yep, the whole 9 yards. So
Okay.
yeah, you get to learn a little bit in the kitchen, a little bit in the garden. She covers all the bases. It's great.
I'm all in. So what else do you have for us over there with chicken soup?
Well, speaking of recipes, we have another original series called Comfort Kitchen. And this is starring Tia Mowry, who you might remember from the 80s series Sister.
Yeah.
And this is great. So it is literally her kitchen. She invites all of her friends to come in, and then she cooks all of her favorite comfort classics.
Really?
So it is like, if you're looking for some good comfort food to put you into a coma, this is definitely the show to check out. So it's like, you know, your amazing mac and cheese that like your great grandmother has like passed down this recipe through the years. Just, yeah, every recipe is like better than the one before it. And Tia Mowry is like ridiculously charming, and all the friends that come on to the show also bring their favorite recipes as well. So it's a killer original series.
And one of the things I really love about the concept of that is that we've known her for so long and we've grown with her audience and her core audience. You know, it's just like now we get to see the softer side of her and some of the things that she could unplug and unwind and really just enjoy. And to be able to bring that to the forefront, share the stories around the table, why this recipe means so much, and maybe why I like so much cheese in this. So I'm all here for it.
It was great working with her because, you know, often when you work with people that you've known, you know, as celebrities over the years, and then you get to work with them, it's sometimes a bit of a letdown, and it was not with her at all. She was
Good.
lovely and wonderful to work with, and the end result is just a beautiful series that I think her heart really shows through.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. And I know that we have all of the originals and the feel goods going on with the chicken soup of the soul. Now, when we move on over to Crackle, I know you got something for me.
That we do. So Crackle also has tons of original content. In fact, Crackle was the first free streaming service. Not only were they the first free streaming service, but they were also the first free streaming service to have original content. And we've got some great stuff on there. We always try to program things either seasonally or topically. And, you know, everyone's talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie that just came out with Chris Pratt about a week ago. And we have a great companion piece to go along with that. So whether you've seen it yet or haven't seen it yet, I cannot recommend enough our original series, Playing with Power, the Nintendo Story. So this is a 5-part limited series that is a deep, deep, deep dive into the history of the Nintendo brand. So it actually goes all the way back to the late 1800s when Nintendo was actually a playing card company in Japan.
Who knew? Who knew? Okay,
Right?
good. So now I know that I need to time in on all 5 of these original series. And that's Playing with Power.
Playing with Power, the Nintendo Story. It's written and directed by my friend Jeremy Sneed. And when I say that it is probably the best video game documentary series ever made, I am not overestimating at all. It is so well done. I cannot say enough good things about it.
I'm all in. What else you got?
Awesome. Well, we have another, if you're looking for a little action and excitement to get your spring sprung, we have a Crackle original series that is a sci-fi series called Spydes. And this series, it asks the question, what if an alien invasion was somehow paired with a street drug?
Time out. What if an alien invasion was somehow paired with a street drug?
Yes. So the aliens are sort of softening up the world population by releasing this drug into the streets.
Okay.
It is really well done. If you like sci-fi, if you like fantasy, it's starring Rosabelle Laurenti Sellers, who you might know from not only Game of Thrones, but also the recent series Willow.
Uh-huh.
Falk Henschel from the Marvel series Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Florence Kasumba from the recent Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
You got a lot of heavy hitters going.
Yeah, so it's star-studded. It's super cool. It's slick. If you like sci-fi, it's a new twist on an old alien invasion trope. It's great stuff.
See, and that's the amazing part of all of your platforms. You have something for everyone. If you're looking for something that's a documentary, if you're looking for sci-fi, if you're looking for the action, if you're looking for original or even the best hidden gems, you have it all between Chicken Soup for the Soul. You have it with Crackle. You have it with Redbox. And all of it is free, because something about the word free motivates me. Hello.
You and me both, LaTangela. Oh my goodness.
Listen, what do you have for me over on the Redbox side?
Oh, on Redbox, we've got a ton of great stuff. So, a lot of people obviously know Redbox from the kiosks. We have over 34,000 kiosks around the country. But what a lot of people don't know or forget is that we also have tons of free content. We have a free streaming service just like Crackle and Chicken Soup for the Soul, and we have a ton of great stuff on there. One of my favorites this month is Rob Roy. So Liam Neeson, one of my favorite actors in the world, but it's kind of like the last dozen movies of his have been just sort of reiterations of the movie Taken, which granted is an amazing film, but earlier in his career, one of my favorite movies of his is Rob Roy, which is kind of in the same vein as Braveheart, the Mel Gibson movie, but he plays a real character who was a rebel in the Scottish Highlands who was wronged by an English nobleman, and he kind of goes on a sort of like Taken. He goes back on sort of a revenge quest on everybody who has wronged him, as well as the Scottish people. So starring Liam Neeson, Jessica Lange is in this and is lovely as always. Performances are spectacular. But if you like those big, sweeping, historic epics, I highly recommend this one. I'm
all in. Rob Roy.
Yep.
Okay. So we add that one to the to-do list. And who else you have for us?
So one of the things I love about Redbox is they get tons of star-studded titles in there, and one of them that they have this month has one of my all-time favorite actors, and that is Denzel Washington.
What? Not the Denzel that lets the tear just hang right here and just let it fall as needed.
Exactly. That is no lie. So we've got a great thriller. This is called Out of Time. And the thing that I do love about Denzel, among many things that I love as an actor, but is his ability to play these sort of duplicitous characters. Like, he's not always a white hat or a black hat. He's somewhere in the middle, and you don't quite know where to put him. And that always just keeps you on the edge of your seat because you never quite know where he's going.
He's a plot twist. You don't know.
Exactly. And this film is a perfect example of that. So he plays a small town sheriff.
Okay.
And I'm chief of police, and there is a murder in his town that he's investigating. And as the investigation goes on, it seems open and shut, but as he digs further, sort of the camera kind of turns to him as a possible suspect, and it is phenomenal. It's also starring Eva Mendes and Dean Cain earlier in their careers. It's pretty great. We've talked about how much I love thrillers, and this is definitely one you want to check out.
We want to check it out before we're out of time.
Exactly. See,
thank you,
man. I mean, just off the cuff.
You make it so easy for me. We have Chicken Soup for the Soul. Then you also have Crackle. You have Redbox. I don't know how you manage to pick your faves when it comes down to picking out a binge list. So that's why it's so important that we get in the hot seat and on the tan line and update our binge list, because you better believe I'm going through all of these this week. So top of next week, I need you to get your homework together. I need more. I need more, Chris. I need more. Can we handle that?
I've got my marching orders. I will be here.
There it is. I love you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
I wouldn't if I could.